122 of its crewmen were killed and 316 were wounded. During April and May, the Fleet Air Arm mounted 4 more attacks against the Tirpitz, but each was compromised by bad weather or by smoke screens obscuring the target. The Tirpitz was now able to deploy a smoke screen within 15 minutes. In August, the home fleet returned with 5 aircraft carriers and launched 4 more attacks during the month. The attack on the afternoon of August 24th was very effective. The Tirpitz's defenses were now on constant alert, and its smoke screening became even more effective. The British bombers achieved 2 hits, one with a 500-pound bomb, but it failed to penetrate the armor of the turret. The other, a 1,600-pound armor-piercing bomb, penetrated the bowels of the Tirpitz, but failed to explode. The Royal Navy's Fleet Air Arm lost only 2 aircraft on the mission. Once again, the Tirpitz was out of commission. Time was running out for the Tirpitz. The British were about to deploy new weapons. In May 1943, the Royal Air Force successfully attacked 3 major dams in Germany using a revolutionary new bomb. It was designed to skim across the water like a pebble and sink alongside its target before exploding. This bouncing bomb was modified for attacks against capital ships, such as the Tirpitz. Able to bounce over conventional ship defenses, such as torpedo nets, it would reach its target and its explosion would wreak havoc. But as the bouncing bomb was being improved, its inventor, Barnes Wallis, developed an even more devastating weapon, the Tallboy bomb. Weighing 12,000 pounds, it was designed to penetrate the most heavily protected targets, such as U-boat pens. The Tallboy was also known as the earthquake bomb because of its massive size and destructive power. The RAF was sure that the Tallboy could sink the Tirpitz, but while in Ka Fjord, the battleship was beyond the range of bombers based in Britain. After several tests, the RAF realized that an air raid could be mounted if the bombers landed and refueled in Russia. On September 10, 1944, 33 Lancaster bombers of numbers 9 and 617 squadrons took off from Scotland bound for Yagodnik, Russia. The conditions at the Russian airfield near Archangel were rough, and several Lancasters were badly damaged on landing.
Tank on, mastercots off, bottles, half-pitch open, ignition on, contact on the code.
On September 15th, 27 Lancasters took off from Russia to undertake Operation Paravane. As they approached, the ship's smokescreen was rapidly deployed, but the Lancasters had already unleashed their Tallboy bombs. One bomb struck the bow of the Tirpitz. The damage was extensive. On the following day, the Germans decided to move the Tirpitz to the Tromsø Fjord. There it could act as a floating fortress to counter an Allied invasion of Norway. The move was soon discovered by a Mosquito photo reconnaissance aircraft. But by moving the Tirpitz to the Tromsø fjord, the Germans had brought it within range of the Lancaster bombers based in Britain. However, for the bombers to be effective, modifications had to be made. The mid-upper gun turret had to be removed, supplementary fuel tanks fitted, and the existing Merlin engines replaced with more powerful versions. On October 29th, Operation Obviate began. 32 Lancasters took off for the Tromsø fjord. Bad weather and a smokescreen made bombing difficult, but the blast waves of several near misses caused serious damage to the battleship's propeller shafts. The Tirpitz was now immobilized. With dogged determination, the RAF returned the following month. Operation Catechism was mounted on November 12, 1944. Once again, Lancasters arrived over the Tromsø fjord. This time the weather was clear and the smokescreen was slow in forming. In addition, the Luftwaffe fighter cover from the nearby airfield of Bardufoss did not arrive. The Tirpitz was unprotected and vulnerable to attack. At 9:41, the first tallboy bombs fell from the bellies of the Lancasters. In quick succession, the Tirpitz was hit by 2 of the massive bombs. The first struck near one of the forward 15-inch turrets. The second split open the ship's port side from the keel to the upper deck. Water poured in, and the Tirpitz began to list heavily to port as more bombs fell around her. A further hit caused a massive explosion at 9:50. The ship was doomed. At 9:52, the Tirpitz capsized. The attack lasted just 11 minutes. Over 1,000 crewmen were trapped inside the upturned hull. Frantic efforts were made to rescue them by cutting open the ship's bottom, but only 85 men made it out. From deep inside the hull, the rescuers could hear the trapped crewmen singing Deutschland über alles before they were silenced forever by the rising water. The Tirpitz died as it had been born, to the strains of the German national anthem. Hitler's mightiest battleship was vanquished. It was no longer a threat to the Allies' vital convoys to Russia. The beast was dead.